Maybe just one last question for you, if I could. Do you have a favourite skeleton joke?
Yes, I do.
And what would that be?
A skeleton walks into a bar and he says to the bartender, "I'll have a beer and a mop."
Sorry to interrupt you. Just one question. Can you give me a joke?
Yes, I would love to give you a joke.
A dinosaur joke, please.
What do you call a dinosaur that's asleep?
I don't know.
A dino snore.
A dino snore. Oh. Well, g'day and welcome to one of my favourite places in the entire world. One of the most beautiful places in the entire world. And in today's video, I'm taking you for a look around the University of Tasmania here in Hobart. The University of Tasmania has a number of campuses here in the city, and I've got to say, this city is just amazing. Is it for everybody? No. But for people who are well suited to Tasmania, this place is like heaven on earth, coupled with an extraordinary university. So let's go for a walk around, check out the different campuses of the University of Tasmania, and figure out whether or not this place is for you. How good is it to be back at the Sandy Bay campus of the University of Tasmania? Let me share a little story with you. The very first time I was here, it was a miserable raining day, and I was parked in that street just over behind those bushes there, and got my first ever parking ticket. So universities are all about your first experiences for many things. My first parking ticket ever was right here at the University of Tasmania. Sandy Bay is one of four main campuses here for the University of Tasmania. Of course, we have the facilities down in the city centre. We've got Launceston, Sandy Bay and Burnie as well. But there's facilities for this university all over the place. Big changes coming here at Sandy Bay. Some of the subjects that are currently taught here are going to move to elsewhere, and this campus is going to be renovated. So it's going to become a bit more focused on STEM subjects, and the facilities here are going to be amazing in just a couple of years' time. We're just across the road from the Institute for Marine and Antarctic Studies is Salamanca, and this is a very well-known part of Hobart. A little bit quiet because it's early in the morning, but this is a place that really gets pumping in the evenings and on the weekends. Lots of little bars and restaurants, cafes, touristy shops and the like. This is a great place to come and spend a little bit of time. Well, this is one of the things that I absolutely love about my job. Getting into places that nobody else normally gets to go. And we're going into the ice core analytics part of the IMAS. Why I'm absolutely frothing about this is that I did biology at uni. I read all about this kind of stuff, and I've never been into a place like this. Let's go do it. Like a kid in a candy store. So talk about state-of-the-art facilities. Here in IMAS, this laboratory has been set up essentially with the purpose of this incredible project, which is called the Million Year Ice Core. If you're in science, like, this is a big deal. They're trying to carve out a piece of ice from Antarctica that's been in the ground for a very, very long time. And this specialised laboratory has literally been set up to hopefully analyse that ice core once it comes out and gets brought back up here. Once again, if you want to be working with cutting edge science, this is kind of the place you want to be. And having been through an undergrad degree where I read about all this sort of stuff, I told you when I was coming in the door, I am literally frothing with excitement to be up here. Not hands-on, I won't touch it, but I wish I could. It's a real privilege. Well, what can you study at the University of Tasmania? The institution does have a comprehensive offering across both undergraduate and postgraduate studies, not to mention research, but also it has quite a wide range of short courses that are available as well. And let's talk about the disciplines that they cover here at the Uni of Tas. We've got business and law, we have creative arts and design, Earth, Sea, Antarctic and Environment, which is of course very, very strong here. We have education, humanities and the social sciences, health and medicine, including paramedicine, and science, technology, and engineering. Now, within each of those disciplines, of course, there's a whole lot of subspecialties, some of which are incredibly strong here at the university. Some of the areas that the institution is particularly well known for, of course, anything to do with marine studies. So whether that's the environmental side of marine studies or the logistics and the shipping side of marine as well. Both of those are extremely strong here at the university. Environmental studies are incredibly popular as well, not to mention its excellent health sciences and medicine teaching areas. Because the University of Tasmania is the university for this entire island, it has a very comprehensive offering. So in some of those areas, it covers off things like agribusiness, business and economics, global logistics and maritime management. It has a very comprehensive creative arts offering, including design, fine arts, media and communication, music, and the performing arts as well. In that environment space, there's a ton of different options for you, from the agricultural sciences, as we spoke about just before, geospatial science. You can study elements of astronomy here at the Uni of Tasmania, natural environments and conservation, ocean seafaring, which I've got to say is a topic that I haven't seen offered at any other institution. And of course, sustainability is a massive thing here at the Uni of Tas. Got a number of languages that are offered here at the university. That includes Chinese, German, Indonesian, and Japanese, as well as some of the ancient languages. And there's not many places in Australia where you can study those. So that, I think, is quite an exciting and unique offering. More broadly, in the humanities and social sciences, we have social work, psychology, outdoor and environmental education, mental health, so critical in the modern world, humanities and social sciences, the more traditional side of things, as well as a really interesting discipline on family history. Across in the health and medical sciences, we've got biomedicine, counselling, dementia care, exercise and sports science, traditional medicine, of course, very, very important for a place like Tasmania, where you've got this one institution servicing the entire community. There's nursing and paramedicine, of course, pharmacy, psychology, and social work. And finally, in the science and technology and engineering space, quite a wide range of offering here too, from architecture and the built environment through to traditional engineering, lots of the engineering disciplines available here. ICTs, your information and communication technology areas, marine and the Antarctic sciences, maritime engineering, sciences in general, as well as geospatial sciences and sustainability to finish it off.
When I'm travelling the world, one of the questions I get asked almost most, wherever I go, is about Australia's dangerous wildlife. So whether that's snakes or spiders or sharks. And of course, all this stuff you almost never see. However, here's some evidence that that's a bit of a lie. This is like an automated glider that scientists use and attach different sort of probes and sensors to, and this one has a little bit of shark damage.
Even a better way to say it is we have a record since about 1959 of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. We have that from Mauna Loa, where they've set up a long-term baseline monitoring. But that's a relatively short period of time in the context of Earth history. And so in order to extend that into the past and sort of put it all in context, that's why we do it.
This is like literally unbelievable. As somebody, you've heard me say it already, but this is the kind of stuff that I've read about and seen for so long, and there it is in the flesh. Yeah. What a privilege. Thanks, man. I love my job. Literally just walked out of this science lab, and all these guys in here doing their science prac for their third year, they're all from interstate. Everybody's moved here because it's like literally such a great program. Let's have a look around the Hunter Street School of Creative Arts and Media. So many amazing facilities here. And what I love is that students of the creative arts have got access to these fantastic facilities right down here in the heart of Hobart. New video and audio production space, and I really love this. If you love content, what can I say? Quite often you find like creative arts sections of universities sort of buried down in a basement somewhere. Here you've got this beautiful, light, airy environment, including like exposed beams. Like, it makes you want to be creative. I love it. Well, the Jam Factory is from 1874, so this building dates back, but then became the Tasmanian Art School in around 1984, eventually merged into the university as well. And they've done a fantastic job renovating it. You feel that history and culture of the place. Yeah, amazing facilities too. Australian higher education is full of beautiful stories. Some of them are kind of circular. And here behind me is Domain House. Back in 1850, this was the original Hobart High School. It's Hogwarts. And it's now home to part of the nursing school. So if you come and study nursing here at the University of Tasmania, this could be your playground. And just wait a second, that could be your lunchtime view. Do I need to say more? Domain House was also the very first site, University of Tasmania, back in 1892. That makes it one of the oldest university buildings in all of Australia. Pretty cool. This lecture theatre is part of the Medical Sciences precinct, and this is pretty much the part of UTAS where all of the medical sciences are taught. So that's medicine, of course, paramedicine and biomedicine as well. Nursing is taught somewhere slightly different, but the medicine program here is absolutely awesome. An exceptional medicine program that's highly competitive to get into. You know, this is one of the iconic views for me in all of Australia's universities. This AFL field, which is a spectacular view down over the Derwent River, is just an amazing place to be. And I remember being here for the very first time, probably about 20 years ago, and just feeling this sense of peace and magic of being on this campus here at Sandy Bay. We've snuck into the geology building here on the Sandy Bay campus, and I'm reliably informed by my guide that this is the only building in all of the University of Tasmania that would survive an earthquake. Just gonna leave it there. If you're thinking about studying here and you have a fear of earthquakes, geology is definitely your subject. You gotta love this about universities. Universities are full of the most incredible displays, museums, things that you just don't get to see from day to day. Check this out. As part of like chemistry building, this is the periodic table, but it's not just like a wall chart. You've literally got samples of all of the different elements on the periodic table. It's something that I've never seen anywhere in Australia, not in a museum, and certainly not in another university. Let's talk a little bit about rankings while we stroll here around the Sandy Bay campus. Uni of Tasmania has some absolutely extraordinary areas of ranking strength. Firstly, of course, climate action, #1 in the world. But when we want to look at that entire Sustainable Development Goals for the UN, the university absolutely kicks some butt. It's not only climate action, but also #1 in the world for life on land. Not only around sustainability, of course, but the marine biology program here, marine and freshwater science, #2 in the entire world. Everything to do with the maritime sciences here is phenomenally strong. We've talked about several of those things before. What are some of the other areas of strength, though, where the university performs well? As we wander into the law faculty, let me share something with you that will absolutely blow your mind. This is the very first law faculty in all of Australia, not the University of Sydney, not the University of Melbourne, University of Tasmania, right here. First law program in Australia. Now, I didn't quite believe it, but I'm reliably assured that this is the most awesome library in not only the University of Tasmania, but all of Australia. Clearly the crowd agrees. These are serious people down here. Everybody, this is Angie, the best law librarian in all of Australia. What's kind of sweet is like when you rock up somewhere like this and you meet somebody who's genuinely awesome, who's just like, oh, I've got something cool to show you, come this way.
The oldest one to be.
Look at this stuff. I mean, this is... yeah, wow.
So they would be reprints. That's not the original from some script, right? But there are some old ones. Yeah, some of these ones are quite old.
Yeah, so if you're trying to use ChatGPT for your law assignment on 1850s law, it's probably not going to be up to the task.
Not great.
No, this is probably where you need to be spending your time.
That's 1823.
All right, guys, well, you can't say that I don't go to extraordinary efforts for you. Not only do I go all around Australia, checking out all of the universities, finding the most interesting bits in order to help you make the best choice of which uni is for you, but I really do my best to introduce puns and jokes along the way. And these two giant walrus statues are the site of an enormous ChatGPT fail. I was here with some colleagues, and one of our colleagues had somehow come up with Wall of Zeus, like the Greek god, Wall of Zeus. And I was pushing ChatGPT to its limits, trying to come up with a pun between walruses and Wall of Zeus, and it failed. If somebody from the University of Ballarat is watching this, beware, because you guys stole something from the University of Tasmania. Okay, for most people, you're not going to know what this is, but it's a Tasmanian blue gum. And on the campus, the Mount Helen campus of the University of Ballarat, they have the most extraordinary tree. It's called the Tree of Knowledge. And I was just wandering by this amazing tree here at the University of Tasmania's Sandy Bay. And I went, this feels familiar. Sure enough, it's Tasmanian blue gum. They have their own Tree of Knowledge. A university like the University of Tasmania is a pretty special kind of institution for its community. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that I talk about this when it comes to regional institutions and institutions like UTas. Not only is it an educational institution, but it's really here to support a community. And here at the university, they talk about the university being a university for the entire island of Tasmania, and it plays a critical role in training the workforce. And a laboratory like this, pharmaceutical laboratory, is such a good example. If you come do pharmacy here at the university, you've pretty much got 100% job placement rate at the end of your degree, because pharmacists are in such high demand across the state. Pharmacy are one of the disciplines with the top starting salaries across the board, so much more than law, more than so many other disciplines, because pharmacists are in such high demand. And if you come and do this kind of discipline in a state like Tasmania and you go and work somewhere like the Northwest, your starting salaries are absolutely astronomical. So fantastic facilities here at the University of Tasmania and incredible job prospects as well. Quite an extraordinary facility here, the Hedberg, because right next door through there is the Theatre Royal. And so when you come to Tassie and you are a performing arts student, your facility is literally connected to like real world, real life theatre and production. And this whole space has been so thoughtfully designed, you know, from the wood panelling up there to these extraordinary carpets, which is all one continuous piece of artwork done by an Indigenous artist. So the level of quality here is like nothing I've seen in Australia. It's kind of fascinating to see sort of the parochialism, if you like, in the way that the facilities have been designed and built, right down to the different timbers from different parts of Tasmania, the fact that there's so much history in Tasmania, convict history, European history, and some of the foundations have been left exposed so you can see down into the old foundations of the building. That I think just adds to this kind of cultural flavour, the historical flavour of the whole place. We're inside the Hedberg, which is the performing arts space for students here at the Uni of Tasmania. And look at this facility. Wowee. I've got to say, if you're in the performing arts, there's probably only a handful of facilities of this quality in universities around the entire country, which means Tassie should be on your list if you're thinking of moving into the performing arts. You can sense the gravitas. And actually, all I can hear is my tinnitus ringing in my ears. It's such a waste. The second really remarkable space here at the Hedberg is the salon. And this is basically like an amazing sound stage where you have individually controllable lights. I mean, the sound in here is so dense and lovely. Who says it's tough being a student? Like, look at the view. It'll be one of the best views of any student space in the country, pretty much. Next stop, Antarctica down that way. Now let's start with what it's like, then who would it suit?
Yeah, so I always say Hobart, it's like a big country town, but there's enough going on that you never get bored. So
it's bigger than Margs.
Definitely bigger than Margs. But, you know, like you always feel relatively safe, especially where the uni's located, which is, you know, just behind us. You are like right in the middle of things. So things are easy to get to. There's an awesome arts culture down here that I think lots of people don't know about. You know, if you've heard of Mona, the Museum of Old and New Art, that's always a tourist attraction, but there's a lot more going on in the city that people aren't aware of. And, you know, we actually get a lot of the kind of traveling acts that come through as well. They always make room for Hobart. So if you're into any indie bands, they always come here.
Very nice.
Yeah, but Hobart is is a great place for anyone who loves the outdoors. So you literally, can't meet anyone in Hobart without kind of having this immediate similarity and pretty likewise interests. So moving down here, that made it really easy because it was very, very like-minded people that you're running into all around the place.
What about an international student?
Yeah.
So do end up with quite a few international students come to the university here. What advice would you give for them to help them sort of living in this place?
Absolutely. Yeah. So for international students, it is, maybe a bit of a quieter nightlife than you might be used to back in your home countries. But yeah, it is this beautiful place with a really great sense of community.